Greetings, my name is Mr. Josh, and welcome to the Mr. Josh Variety Channel.
Josh, get out of my video. It's not yours, it's mine. If you want to be in a video, you gotta make your own, okay? Capiche? Got it. Sorry about that. Actually, my name is Jonah Angell, and welcome back to another one of my zany family home evening videos. I really hope you enjoyed this skit. This one was really fun to make, so really, thanks to all the girls on floor 6, and Jake, for helping me to make that one. And hopefully you could tell, but this week's skit was heavily influenced by Elder L. Tom Perry's talk, In the World, from actually it was from 1988. Hey, comment below if you were alive back then, that's cool. But I figured that most of you probably weren't alive back then. I mean, most of my audience is high school or middle school age, so yeah, why did I choose a talk that's so old for this video? Actually, I chose that talk because I thought it was a really good one, and I really recommend that you go and listen to it, or read it, or do whatever you can to really hear the full talk, because it's a really great one. And there will be a link in the description, if I remember to put it there, at least. Yeah, so anyway, right about now I'm going to be putting in a clip from the talk that, you know, shows what's going on, because us college kids aren't that great at teaching stuff. Our job's to learn, not to teach. So, clip goes in right about here.
I remember as a young executive many years ago, part of my job involved attending dinners sponsored by different business groups. Each dinner was always preceded by a social hour. I felt very uncomfortable in these settings. After the first one or two dinners, I started coming late to miss the social hour. My boss thought this was not a good practice because I was missing valuable time associating with business leaders. Still, I felt awkward visiting in groups where I was the only one without a drink in my hands. I kept wondering what to do with my hands. You can always put one in your pocket, but you look a little foolish with both of them there. I tried holding a glass of 7-Up. But it had the appearance of an alcoholic beverage. Finally, I went over to the bartender and asked him if he had any drink that was distinctly different in appearance from an alcoholic beverage. He went into the kitchen and came back with a half-gallon of milk and poured me a glass. Pouring a glass of milk at a cocktail hour was a unique event. It seemed to attract the attention of everyone, and I became the target of a lot of jesting. It embarrassed me at first, until I discovered that I was meeting more business leaders than I had in any other previous gathering. I found that I did not have to violate church standards to become a viable contributing member of my chosen profession.
All right, I'm gonna cut it right there. So yeah, Elder Perry does go on to talk about how we need to be in the world and not of the world. And I'm sure that's a quote that you've heard so many times in your life. At least I have. But what exactly does it mean? Here, I'll tell you. It's all about how we have to follow the principles of the gospel and live our standards even when those around us aren't. So in the talk, this meant drinking milk instead of wine at the social events. But I get the feeling that most of you guys probably are not often at dinner parties where they're offering wine. So, I'm going to put this in something that you might understand a little bit better. I know for a fact that many of my viewers are in high school. And when I was in high school, at least, there was a lot of profanity and bad language everywhere. Pretty much everyone used it except for me, and maybe a couple other members of the church around me. So I'm gonna guess that many of you probably have these same things in your life. I mean, okay, I do know that a lot of you are homeschooled. Like, actually 90% of my viewer base probably is homeschooled. Huh, interesting statistic right there. But even when you're homeschooled and you're not having those issues at school, you're having them otherwhere. Otherwhere, that's a good word. Yeah, we'll go with it. You're having them otherwhere. So whether it's at work, or rehearsal, or what else do you people do? You're surrounded by people who are not living your standards, and you're being pressured to follow along and go with the flow, and do what others are doing. And I know it's very hard not to just join in and go with the peer pressure. It's a lot easier to be like others than to be individual and stand on your own ground. But as we saw in Elder Perry's talk, doing the right thing and sticking to your standards actually is a good thing. In the talk, after Elder Perry started getting the milk, he actually was having more time to talk to the business owners than he ever had before. And other people started following his example, and milk became normal at these parties. And so we should be the example by living in the world but not of the world. Everywhere, this will help us. So yeah, that's all I got for this video, so remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I'm not sure how many more of these videos I'll have time to make, because I am at college and I'm getting pretty busy with classes and work, but I'm going to keep making them for as long as I can, and if worse comes to worse, there will probably be one around Christmas. So yeah, that's it, bye!
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not